Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the World Away. Today I'm going to be doing the next 6 stages of the World of Warcraft Lich King. So we're going to spend our days in Azeroth today. Now I have got 6 stages here. We have been working on the legs. Guess we're going to be doing a lot more work on the legs today. Haven't actually looked at the magazines yet. If you do want to get this for yourself, I have put a link in the video description. There's also a QR code on the screen. I'm guessing the popularity of this is going to go sky high in the next couple of months because the new expansion Midnight comes out in March, but the pre-patch for Midnight comes out next week. So a lot of players are going to be playing that. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot more orders for this as well. But I'm really loving this build at the moment. What I'm going to do is I will get the parts out so we can see the parts, just so see where we're up to at the moment. And it also gives you an idea, these spiders here, exactly how they look. This is metal. And the Lich King crown looking like that. We had finished the boots, if you remember, in the last pack. This, I'm guessing, is what we're going to be working on today, which was the buttocks and one of the legs. We've got this here, and then finally, we have got the start of Frostmourne here, which does light up when you press the pummel there, as you can see. So, let's get cracking. So, stage 27. This is where we're starting today. Now, we only get magazines in the UK, I believe. In the US, it is going to be online. But as you can see today, we're going to be doing the right ankle. That's how we're starting today. Making an ankle joint looking just like this. There's the instructions. And quite a small pack, stage 27. Okay, first thing we're going to do to make these joints is we're going to be putting a shim inside here. Now this is metal, just so you know. This is what the shim looks like. It's actually just going to fit into the middle there. We do have a locating hole. So that's going to sit in there like that. Do exactly the same on the other side here. So that's what the two look like there. I'm also going to need this part here, which we did in stage 25. What I'm going to do is put this, making sure that we have got these little bushes in each side, into here. Tight fit, but it's all the way through. I want the screw to be going through this side here, the opposite side of that little tab. So it's going to go through here. Do have this little wrench that came with this build, so this can go all the way through. And when that comes out the other side, then I'm going to be putting a small split washer, then a large washer, and then finally this lock nut. And get that on nice and tight. I should be able to move this, but there should be quite a lot of resistance in there. So that looks good. Okay, I'm now going to put these together. So I want this side, which has got a slot, which is open in here. So that when I put this through, just like this, this is going to be coming out the other side there. And then close that off by putting the other side on here. And this is kind of how that's going to fit. But we don't actually attach these two parts together at the moment. So I can just put that to one side. And that's all there is to do in that stage. So, stage 28. Here's the instructions. And we're going to be doing the right calf, looking just like this, and adding what we've just created into that. There's the rest of the magazine. And it is funny, these parts here for the calf are metal. I can tell that straight away of how heavy this actually is. So what I'm going to be doing is mounting what we just created here. So I want it this way round with the screw head facing upwards. This is going to be fitting on top of these 3 points in here, just like that. And I've got 2 EM screws. And I am going to use a bigger screwdriver for this. And the EM screws are going to go into the positions here. One that side. And one this side. I haven't done them all tight yet because I need a GM screw, which is going into the position at the back here. Now, once they're all in, that's when I can make this nice and tight. And believe me, that is one solid joint. That's all there is to do in that stage. Okay, stage 29. Here are the instructions, looking like this. And we've got the right leg and knee, looking just like this here. Looks like we've got another joint that we're creating. So that's looking just like that there. And here is the rest of the instructions. And here are all the parts for stage 29. And you know what? As I've said numerous times on this build, I love how the joints are in this. All the joints are metal. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking this section first, and I've got this that's actually going to go through. Now when this goes through, you'll see that it's making a little point stick out of the bottom there. I'm going to be putting a spring on top of that, and then I'm going to be closing that off by putting this top on just here. And that's going to be held in with 2 HM screws. So one in this side and one in this side here. Excellent. So now that little point that you saw is now spring loaded. Okay, so if I've got this way round with this pointing towards the back, I'm going to be putting this in this way round, and it's going to be going into the position just there. And I'm holding that in from this side with a pin. This is what the pin looks like. And when I put the pin in, on the smooth end, you've got a rough end and a smooth end. It's going to put a dab of oil on that. And that's going to help drive that all the way through. So I've got my little hammer. And get that all the way in, just like that. Bring over the leg we've been working on. This is actually going to be going onto the 3 points just there. It's actually held in with 3 of these flanged EM screws. So I'll get all 3 of these into position. I think today's video we're going to call leg day. There you go. That's in position just like that. And then I'm going to be taking these 2 parts here. And there's 2 little lugs there that I just need to piece to mirror this. So it's like a symmetrical unit that I've just made there. And that's going to be going this way round on top of this into the 3 lugs that we see there. So it's going to be going on just like this. It's held in with 2 JM screws from the back. And then 1 KM screw just down the front here. Excellent. When that's in, that's how it should look. And that's all there is to do in that stage. So stage 30. Here's the instructions. And we have got the right leg and knee. So this is the other side of that calf now. Just piecing those together. So that's how it looks. And obviously this side here is plastic. This isn't metal. So it's only the backs that are metal, which are obviously holding the weight of the joints. And all I'm going to do is piece both of these parts together. So it's a case of lining them up, clipping them in. That looks lovely. And I'm holding them in with these KP screws. I'm going to need 6 of these into the 6 holes here. Well, that was a very quick stage, wasn't it? Look at that. Now, what does that mean? That means that we've got this calf here, and we've also got this calf here. So they look in exactly the same, really heavy as well. So, penultimate stage of this pack, stage 31. Here's the instructions. And we've got the leg assembly now. So it looks like we're going to start piecing these to the buttocks here. So it's looking just like that. Very good. And this is the rest of the magazine. So, all the parts for stage 31 is here. Not many parts in this one. We do have some screws. And just like last time, I do have these little shims to put in over the lugs here. Now, I don't know if we need to match up L and R. Just seeing if these have a letter on them. Can't see a letter, if I'm being honest with you. So I'm just going to be putting anyone in here. That fits okay in there. Let me just check that its partner fits on the right hand side here. Yep, that looks okay. Now obviously this was the right leg that we were building here. We're not actually going to be using the right leg. We're actually going to be doing the left leg at the moment. So that's what I've got here. These things keep falling out. I do think I am going to just glue these bushes into place here. Or else I know I'm going to lose them. Like I've lost one there. Let me see if I can find that. Ah, I've just found it. There we go. It had actually fallen inside the leg here. Well, that's not going to happen again. Okay, bringing over the buttocks. I'm going to want it round this way with this tab pointing down. And that's going to be going into the position just there. So I need the left leg support, which had the L on it, and that's going to go over the top of this like that. And it's held in with GM screws. And I need 4 of these. Perfect. And what we've done on one side, I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side here. So get this into place. Make sure that tab fits in there. Put the top on. And then once again, GM screws to hold this into place. And there you go. And when that's in, that's how it's looking like from that side. This is heavy. That's how it's looking from that side. Perfect. So in the last stage of this pack, stage 32, here's the instructions. And as you see, we've got the front parts of the legs here that we're just going to be putting in like that. All about the legs today. Definitely leg day. Do not miss leg day. So here are all those parts here. These plates are labelled L and R, as you can see down there. We know this is the left side. That's what we were working on last time. So that's going to be going into there. And then this side will be coming in over here, just like that. Pushed them in nice and hard there. Then I've got some LP screws. If I turn this over, which are going to be held in from this side. And it's actually 4 screws each thigh area. This is the last screw just going in here. And that is all there is to do in that stage. If I'm taking a guess, a couple of pound perhaps this is. Quite heavy. Looking like that, and obviously this articulates, so you can bend the legs just like that. Pretty cool. I think we got articulation here as well, so it looks like he's running. But very sturdy. It doesn't feel like it's going to break or anything, so that's brilliant. Do like that. Okay. Start playing. I never stop playing, don't I? Anyway, so another 6 stages done. Once again, if you do want to get this for yourself, the link is down there. But I really hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.